Well, hello, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and welcome to my channel. So, today I am going to make myself a Goblin Journal. What is a Goblin Journal? Well, it's a journal that's going to eat up negative thoughts. So, it's actually going to be a working journal, but I need to make it pretty. Because who's going to go open up a journal to put down all your worries and stresses and everything in if it's ugly? I don't like ugly things. I looked through all my, and I want to use a binder, just a mini 3-ring binder, and I have like 5 of them. Yes, I'm using them all for different things, and I do not want to go to the store to purchase anything, so I'm not going to. I combined 2 of these binders together, and so I have this one to use on this project. Now I might go buy more when I see them on clearance. I really do like this size. I don't like giant binders. This is the perfect size, and it uses the, what size is it? Uses this size paper. The mini binder filler paper, 5.5 by 8.5 sheets of paper. Love that. And it uses the little sleeves. Perfect. And I have a little Velcro pouch here also. And my first thought was I was going to make artwork to frame, because I really, really, really adore Tracy Fox's Creep on June kit. Now, I printed it out. Did not have, my printer has decided that it doesn't want to print at full saturation, which I'm okay with that. I mean, whatever. But some of it's a little dull, and it made my summertime makes are going to be a little bit creepier than everybody else's because of the muted tones here. But I have a paper pack that I have not gotten into, and it is called Paper, the Magical Collection. 180 pages to create and craft with. And I did get this at Barnes & Noble, although they have it at Amazon and other places. I didn't pay $35, but I came real close. I think I had like a 20%, 10% off of this. And there are major coordinating. They're not as spooky, but it's all in the same magical realm. See, we've got the little forest creatures, and these ones are a little bit brighter. And I think I'm going to use both and do a combination. And you know those days that you're spiraling and you cannot turn your head off, or you're worried about something? I think that's what's going to go in here. I mean, or you're just trying to figure out something in your head. Well, I'm going to just jot it down. And then the goblins will eat it up because they survive on negative chaos. So that's what I'm going to do. And I got this sheet. I really like this. It was either this one, that one, which I like, but I don't like it for the cover. I can do something better with that. This one was a contender, but I like this green. And then there's this one, and these. That's the other side. But I like this one because it's more abstract. You don't know exactly what it is, and I really like these teeth shaped down here, and this purple and green reminds me of dragons, and I think this will make a perfect cover. So yeah, I'm going to cover it because this is winter. There's nothing wrong with this, and I had bought these clearance. It doesn't say the clearance price, but Target was clearancing these out one year, and I bought one of each pattern, and I'm like, I wish I would have bought more. So I'm going to stop the video now, and I will show you after I'm done putting this together. Okay, see you soon. Okay, I have glued this together. Like, as you can see, I'm using my handy dandy dollar store little binder clips, and I have 2 packages. I always keep them in this little gold leaf container that I inherited from my grandma. I have, I don't know, 6 of them, and they nestle inside of each other, but they're filled with things. One's filled with paper clips, one's with these binder clips, one with the bigger binder clips, etc. And I did use Fabri-Tac on this, as I think it holds a little bit better when you're using shinier paper and surfaces, and I wanted to make sure it adhered. I have not decided if I'm going to glue a paper insert in here or if I'm just going to line the edges and washi tape. I haven't gotten that far yet. And what I like the best about using the 3-wing binders, when you don't want it anymore, what's in here, you can reuse it. Since I'm going to use this as a Goblin Journal, once my negative thoughts are gone, I can destroy the sheets and start over. The goblins have done their job, and they ate up all my negative thoughts, so they don't eat me alive. So goblins love negativity and chaos, so they can have mine just fine. And here's the front, and I really do like the teeth marks. And here is the back, and those look more like flowers. There's the edge. And the machine edge of the paper, because these sheets were folded in fourths, this is the sharp edge here. And that may need to be, might need to put washi there just so it doesn't wear a crease in it. And I did the miter corners on here, cut out the little triangle shapes there just so the paper wouldn't bind. And yeah, I will be back. I will add a few more things before I wrap up this video. Okay, I will see you in a second on your time. Who knows how long it will be on my time. Okay. Well, hello. Yeah, I am finishing this up on the next day. I started this video on Saturday. It's now Sunday. I really thought I was going to get this at least enough for the first episode of this done yesterday, but hockey game was a little stressful. We went into double overtime. I could not watch it the last, most of the overtime. I had it on the radio. I just could not watch it. It was giving me a major stomach ache. It was stressful. Yeah, we won. Go Knights go. But, oh my goodness, yeah. We are very evenly matched. Yeah, everyone played a little rough on the end of that. But, with that being said, yeah, there's very few penalties called, and everybody gave it their all. I will say it's probably one of the best Stanley Cup finals I've ever watched. It's just my team, so it's really, really, really hard to watch. But we won, so I did not start this again until morning. I went and read a book, and I'm just like, I just can't. So here I am finishing this up, what I wanted to show you. Okay, here is my cover. So I'm gonna pull it up so you can see a little better. This and a little that part, I think those that came from my paper pad. Where is it? My paper pad. Wherever, oh, here it is. My room's paper, the magical collection. There's that. You'll be seeing more of it in future makes for this. But I wanted this to be part of creating with the seasons. And I'm doing this in a summer theme. Yes, it's Creep on June. And it's Once Upon a Creep. But I want to do it summer vibes. I don't want it to look Halloween-y. And I'm definitely not going for the horror version. I'm going to be using this regularly. And I don't want it creepy. Well, I want it creepy, but I want it creepy cute, not creepy scary. I'll save that for Halloween. So I like spooky, surreal, magical. I'm not necessarily into the gore. So in that paper pad, I had these strips. And it said Once Upon a Time. Well, I changed it to Once Upon a Creep. And that came in the digital Tracy Fox kit. And the Grim Tale features the Crooked Forest, the little witch hedgehog, the magic mirror. All of that also came from the kit. I added my clear dried daisy flowers. I added the little fairy. She came from the paper pad. I have these little strips, and I think they're for quilling. I have no idea. I got them from the thrift store, and I got this baggie of them. And I'm just having fun using them. Okay, let me straighten that up before the paper is ruined. That might already be. Oh well, I've got more. Here I am making a mess. I'll just set it aside. But yeah, I've got several solids, several metallics. I really like it. And then just add a little bit of glimmer, because I've added the Wink Stella on the mirror. And then I'm like, okay, we need a little bit more. I added Wink Stella to the witch hat. I got glossy accents for the eyes. However, they're slightly cloudy, but I'm okay with that. And then Wink Stella for the buttons and the little band on the broom. And I think I told you that my kit printed all in muted tones, except for the last 2 pages. I played around with settings, and then they printed out brightly. I'm not redoing the whole kit. I might redo a few pages later on if I want to reuse them in another project, but for now, I'm good. I'm just going to use it. I don't like being wasteful. Okay, inside, I have 2 pockets. I have this big pocket, and I made a bookmark. And this was a regular bookmark from Temu. And I got 2 of them. We've got some mythological, ghostly, grim kind type figures, and I picked her, and she looks like she's a green witch. She's got antlers in her hair, and added some beads in the swirls because the bottom of here has the swirls for her magic. And on the back, I have the back side of my fuchsia paper that I'll show you what I did elsewhere with it. I'm trying to use my scraps as I have them. The Grimwood little tag here, I added one of my little silk flowers, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, I have a whole basket of the fabric flowers, and I really do need to use them more often. And this one is a glittery one, because I want to add a little bit of glimmer to that. And this little sentiment: there once was an old castle that stood in the middle of a deep, gloomy wood, and in the castle lived an old fairy. So put that in the pocket. I added this butterfly gem, and for those are new, I have a shoebox full of blingy gems. I'm trying to use them. I'm not gonna hoard. I made the in the kit we have the Grimwood Library series services. I'm sorry, I can't even talk today. And I used my date stamp that I got in an office supply store, dated June 7th. Put my channel name, Odds and Ends. And on the back side, I did the little blackbird scarecrow, and it's Curious Creatures of Grimwood. And that goes in my second pocket. So I have one pocket, two pockets. I had a little fairy sticker that came from the paper pad. And this is the back side of a paper from you know what? It's not that one. Which one is this? Good question. It's the Apothecary's paper pad. Let's see. Here's the stickers that go with it. I think it's Fancy Pants Designs. Not positive, but I think that's where it came from. I don't keep all the packaging. I just put them away. But that's one of the collage pieces. It kind of looks like a master board. I just made a pocket out of it. And then I added some notebook paper because, like I said, this is going to be my Goblin Journal. And then I did a two-sided page as a divider. And the front side, it's a two-sided piece of paper. This is part of that page. And most of it got covered up. But we have a queen and a raccoon. And this is where I changed the settings, and look how much more vibrant this is than that. But I'm okay with that because you know what? I don't want everything vibrant. Added 2 of the metallic strips of paper I just showed you. Because I'm in the US and I cannot figure out the settings to change my printer, and I have, what printer do I have? I believe it's an Epson where you fill the tank. I cannot figure out how to change it. I think it's an A4 setting. I have it on regular paper. Well, it cuts off some of the pages. Well, instead of throwing away the ones that got cut off, I decided I was just gonna put them on the edge of the paper like I purposely did this. And I didn't, because I didn't want to waste them. I can still read what it says. Just the itty bitty little bit of the edge just didn't print. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. We're good. I mean, we know it's just enchanted and dark and fear and creature feature, scream, nightmare, dread, twisted tales. I'm fine with that. It looks like I did it on purpose. So let's pretend I did. On the other side, I did Grim in a sunny garden scene in the summer. He's in a lilac garden, and he is going to wait for the soul to be reaped. And I added my little silk flowers and added little black gems to the center of them. I cut out the bat and the star that came out of this kit. This is from the kit. It's one of the graveyard scenes. And this came from my fuchsia paper pad that I just bought. And I inked everything in Distress Archival Ink in Black Soot. So that is that, and I'm just putting them in my clear pocket protectors as dividers. And there we go. And then we will just add the matching butterfly from the front so I can see both of them. And I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate the back yet. I will see what I have left over at the end. But yeah, this is my Once Upon a Creep Goblin Journal. I don't know how many videos I will show, but that's what I've made for June for Creating with the Seasons and Once Upon a Creep for Creep on June. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you on the next one. I'm sure there will be at least one more. Might be one every weekend, but I'm not positive because I have other things I need to do, and I really, really, really need to start working on my dollhouse. So we will see. No guilt. I'm going to craft when I feel like it, not kill myself, and I will see you guys later. Bye.